Greetings, Mythics. How are you? Yes, it's Saturday morning. It's 10 a.m. there or thereabouts, UK time. My name is Ken Boyter, but you may already know that because you have probably been watching Edgertail's Twitch channel. And if you haven't, why haven't you? Come on now. This is Grockle Snook from the Bottled Imp, and we are here once again. It is the ramblings of a storyteller. Yes, this is Edra Scrolls. And this is where we just talk about creativity, talk about your projects, talk about my projects, and then ramble around that because we tend to sometimes go off onto other topics. Thank you so much for joining me. Yes, we have Lee Rin. Made it on the rainy good evening. Oh, bless. It's when it's rainy outside, sometimes being indoors is the best, isn't it? Although I do like to go out in the rain. You know, the plants need it, the animals need it, we need the rain. Refreshing. Good evening, Jonathan, or I should say good morning. I have no idea what's going on. Morning, it is very raining here too. Yes, it is. Although, I feel like I've just woken up, to be honest. It is raining. It's is it more rainy where you are, Sally? Because it's kind of drizzly where I am. Yes. How are you, Jonathan? You all good? How are you, Sally? And how are you, Lynn? And hello to anyone else that is watching but isn't commenting. Obviously, you're more than welcome. But if you would like to comment, then what you have to do is actually click the follow button, because that's the way Twitch do it. If you want to comment, you have to follow. Dems the rules. Oh, it reminds me of my favourite romantic musical starring the Lord of the Dance, Gene Kelly. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wonder what film that could be. Proper rain. Oh, really? Proper rain where Sally is? Yeah, it's not really raining at all, unless I'm just... My double glazing is that good. In fact, it is pretty good, this double glazing. See what I mean by rambling? We're just rambling. We're British. We're going to be chatting about the weather. And Taiwanese. It's snowing in Bristol. Get out of here, Jonathan. You weaver of stories. Is it really snowing in Bristol? Well, a lot of people, they forget that it snows in April sometimes. A lot of people forget that. And here is the weather with Ken Boyter, exactly. And, and that's all the weather news for today. And over to Sally for the motorway news. My son went rowing this morning in the snow. Fantastic. That's more like sledding, though, isn't it? That's probably cheating. Just go, you watch... Just sit back. Singing in the Rain. Exactly, Singing in the Rain. What a classic film that was. There's always... Yes, exactly. Always motorway news, precisely. Statistically, in the UK, it's more likely to snow in Easter Sunday than Christmas Day. There you go, Jonathan. Yeah. You have just backed up what I said. Yeah. Well done, that boy. I think you mean me, yeah. So, how's everybody's week been? I've had quite an interesting week, put it that way. We did the Edra Scrolls, the Ramblings of a Storyteller live stream, and then I had to go off to a murder mystery. It was quite a drive. It was meant to take 3 hours. I think it was 2.5 hours was the predicted time. And an hour in, my car broke down. And unfortunately, it's fatal. My engine has died. It is a deceased engine. So it's been quite a thinky week trying to work out what to do. I was really gutted, actually, because that's the first time I've missed a murder mystery in 14 years of doing them. Thank you for the magic items deck. You are more than welcome, Lee Rin. You are more than welcome. Glad they arrived safely. Yes, I did see that you'd posted up on to either your Facebook Facebook post or the Edgertails. I can't quite remember. Thank you for that. Yes, exactly. I'm glad you like them. Honestly, Rich and I are so proud of them. We really are proud of them. And what gets you down just slightly, is that we didn't get that many backers. Yeah. But we're building. This is the thing. You're going to build on this. These things take time. I do appreciate that. The main thing, though, is that we did get backers and we did actually get the funding. So that's hooray. And the feedback we've had from people has been lovely. So, you know, it's one of those things being creative, isn't it? You just have to keep doing it, basically. We touched upon this last week. So saying about the my car, I was gutted because it was the first time I'd missed a murder mystery in 14 years. That would have been my 314th, I think it was, murder mystery. So I was quite proud of my record of you know, if I've said I'm going to do it, that I do it. It's happened a couple of times to other actors as well. And in the end, luckily, because mine was the evening plot, we also have a weekend plot, and spoilers, somebody dies in the afternoon. So luckily, that guy that died in the afternoon was driving back from one event in Bath back to where he lived, which was sort of near Tewkesbury, which is where I was going, which was where the murder mystery was. And so Nick, the boss of the company, just managed to get hold of him and say, do you mind doing the evening plot? Just carry on going. And he, fair play to him, he stepped up and he did do that. So that was fantastic. He, because he had read the plot, because he was doing that plot the following weekend, i.e. this weekend, different character, but at least he knew the background of the plot. And so they just said, yeah, have the script in hand, that'd be fine, we'll explain it to the audience, at least there's a body there, you know, somebody there to talk to, rather than, I've done it where we've actually just used the phone, where we've gone, hello, yeah, and you kind of ad-lib your scene, you know, there's no one on the end of the phone, but you kind of pretend that they are. I've done that before, and it's not as good, obviously, it gets around the problem, but it's much better to have somebody there with a script, basically. Because we don't like to have a script normally, we learn the lines, but, you know, there you go. So that was fun and games. So I've spent a good couple of days just trying to organise things, trying to fix my car. One thing that was a bit of a kicker was then when we dropped it off to the garage, they said, you know, they looked at it and they said, yeah, the engine's died, and unfortunately we can't fit a new one or rebuild it because we're a mechanic short. And so the guy that normally does it, he's no longer with the company. So I'm like, right. Oh, and by the way, can you get it off our land, please? And I'm like, right, okay, so that's going to cost, what, 100 quid, 200 quid to get it back to mine, because Green Flag, you know, they've done their job, getting it back to mine. And then getting it to a garage the next day, that was the contract. And so it's like, right, okay. So what I didn't want to do was pay 200 quid to get it back to mine and then pay another 200 quid to get it to another garage. So I had to look for another garage, another mechanic, which I have yet to find. I had fun and games with one mechanic who I phoned up, left a message. He phoned back, left a message. But all I was asking was, do you fit engines or rebuild them? And in the message, he didn't say whether he did or not. So it was me spending 2 or 3 days trying to chase him, not getting hold of him. Eventually, I emailed him. And then yesterday, he emailed back saying, yeah, sorry, I was phoning to say that I don't fit them or rebuild them. Thanks. And I thought, just say that on the message and I wouldn't have wasted 3 days waiting for you and trying to get hold of you. And that is the end of today's rant. It's just that simple. Do you know what I mean? So I then thought, right, I'll now try and look for another mechanic. And there seems to be a website where they're national. Those people. Exactly. Oh my God, Jonathan. Those people, right. Look, I've been making a new prototype for those people. So let's see what they deserve. This is exactly my point. We take 3 from the deserve pile. And then we choose one. So normally I would choose one. Oh, okay. Those people deserve... yeah, that's right. Hang on, I was just trying to work it. Those people deserve to be mildly disappointed at them. I feel like I want a stronger one. Those people deserve to be forced to watch a comedy improv show. Yeah, that'll learn him. He'd hate that. Or those people deserve the cold shoulder. The cold shoulder. Yeah. What else have we got? Those people deserve to have eggs thrown at them and they're rotten. Those people deserve to eat a bit of sick. Those people deserve to be disrespected. So there we go. So exactly. Maybe I need to do that. Yeah, those people who leave a message but they don't tell you what it's about. So you spend 17 days trying to get hold of them to work out what it is you want, only for them to say, no, sorry, I can't do that. Someone sent polar bear to charge them. Yeah, exactly. Well, what I've done is I've got 3 types. I've got mild, I've got stern, and I've got extreme, although I've not cut the extreme ones up. So you get 1 point if you play a mild one, you get 2 points if you play a stern one, you get 3 points if you play an extreme one. However, when you take them from the deck, you don't know if you're going to get a mild, extreme, or stern, so because they're all shuffled in together. So there we go. It is those people. It really was those. I remember thinking this up idea and going, I'm quite chilled. I probably won't be able to write, more than 50 of those people scenarios. No, they kept flowing. They just kept flowing. And then when I talk to other people about the game, they go, oh yeah, hang on. What about these people those people? And they tell me their ones. So it's a rich seam. So that said, I have entered my details into this other website to get a quote for a new engine, and they said they fit it, and they said they picked the car up as well. However, that was yesterday. I've still not heard back from them. I guess, we're all used to things being instant, so I'm busy this weekend, so I'm going to have to start again on Monday. However, how do we get the car? Sorry, this is a long rant about nothing. Sorry, how do we get the car out of the garage, I hear you ask? Nobody asked that. Nobody asked that. No, I'm losing viewers but I don't care. I'm losing viewers, but I don't care. Well, the very kind and lovely Sally came to help me. We actually just pushed the car round out of their garage area, out of their land, and then onto the public street, and into a space. Luckily, there was a space. Normally, it's busy because there's houses opposite. So I put out to the universe and to the spirits, please let there be a space, let there be a parking space, let there be a parking space. Parking space. We're going to put, because otherwise, I don't know where we would have put it. There's a pub right next door. They've got a little car park. I was going to put it in there and just go up to them and say, look, it's really sorry. Do you mind if we leave my car here until I get it sorted? But luckily, the spirits obliged, the universe obliged, and there was a perfect spot. It was across the road, so we did have to push it over the road. It wasn't a very wide road, so it wasn't too bad. But it just perfect. It just went boof, parked it, bish bash bosh. So at least that buys me time when no one's hassling me. Pleasantly surprised by the first 3 missions of Borderlands, which surprisingly also satisfied the need for spaghetti western. Yes, you had. I know Borderlands is brilliant. If anyone else played Borderlands, let me know what you think. Because Borderlands, I have really fond memories of Borderlands, because I used to play it online with my brother, who lived in Guildford, I think, at the time, and my son, who was just 10 minutes up the road from me. But it was really cool because we could play online, and it was brilliant. And there's so many cool missions, and you upgrade all your weapons, and you can go and upgrade stuff, and you go on little bounties and little side quests. Really good, really love it, and really beautiful graphics, lovely style. The gameplay was good. I'm not somebody who's very quick with with the controllers. Like Call of Duty is a nightmare for me, but that's fun to play as well. But yeah, so it was brilliant, and yeah, it does have that spaghetti western feel. I'm filing my application for the world's strongest man now, and so you should, Sally. You did stern work. I genuinely I couldn't have done it without you, because I had to steer and push, and then you were pushing from the back. Much like Mad Max was basically also spaghetti western of sorts. Yeah, set in a medieval futuristic Australian desert. Yeah, absolutely. It's a good setting, isn't it? It's got something. It's adventurous. You feel like, there's a slightly chaotic situation. Things can happen. The law's kind of there, but not really. It's kind of It's good fodder for video games, definitely, and good fodder for writing, actually. Might be quite a good game book. Big round of applause for Jonathan, though. Actually, Jonathan's got a new game book out, I believe. When's that out, Jonathan? And how can we get a hold of it? Can we play it? Can we play it on the live stream Wednesday? Can we get a copy by Wednesday? I forgot to look into it straight away. What's it called? Call of Cthulhu? No, it can't be called that. Something to do with Cthulhu. Catch me Cthulhu. There you go. The Darkness Over Arkham is out in July. Damn you! I wanted to play it now. Brilliant. It's published first in the US. Oh, boo and hiss. No, that's brilliant news. Let's give him a big round of applause. I applaud you, sir. That's fantastic news. That is going to sell by the bucket load, my friend. The Darkness Over Arkham is out in July. So, yes, I'm going to be all over that then. You can supply... Oh, you can apply for an... Oh, okay, via NetGallery. Let me write that down. I've packed all my stuff because I've got another murder mystery. NetGallery. I'm not going to remember that, am I? I've got ironically enough, I can remember lines, but my real life? Forget it. Well done, Jonathan. Another one in the bag. Yeah, absolutely, Jonathan. You are definitely an inspiration. As are all of you. None of you are my favourites. Well, there is one, but Anyway, I'm just keep digging, Ken. Keep digging. I'm just trying to work out where my card, the detection power. Where does that go? That goes under the detection power, which is where. So, okay, the links to buy it are on the. Yeah, I can't pronounce that name of the publisher. Aconite Books. Aconite. I have heard of them though. They do a lot of stuff, don't they? Aconite Books. There you go. That's where to buy it. So if you want to get your grabby little mitts on Jonathan's new book, Arkham book, which is Cthulhu, isn't it? I'm just going to call it the Cthulhu book. Aconite. Oh, okay. Aconite. What sort of name's that? Is that someone's surname? Do you think it's the original owner's surname? Aconite. Aconite. Okay. That's nice. That's very nice. Yeah. Well, talking of game books, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. No, well, yeah, I was talking about those people. I was going to say about those people that I have been working on that. I've got some swear words in there. I can't show you. It's from the Arkham Horror game, which is based on Cthulhu mythos created by H.P. Lovecraft. Oh, I see. As in the video game or the board game? I would imagine the board game. An evening game convention, perchance. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, yes, I've been working on these. The board card game. Yeah, I think I played that once. Darn, I typed too slow. Yeah, I think I have played that once. It's quite sprawling, isn't it? Or I've wanted to play it. I know I've played an Arkham Horror game. Maybe I played the shorter version. Archon Light. Archon Light. Archon Light. There you go. I'm just going to call them Agora Books. Archon Light. Look at you. You're like a very angry teacher going, come on, it's so easy. Why can't you just say it? Just say it! Say it! So I've been creating the deck and I've modified the rules. So, as I say, we've now got... what punishment? Deserve to die a horrible and slow death. Oh, that is definitely an extreme one. Deserve to wear nothing but a potato sack in winter. Some people might like that. Deserve to drink... I can't say that. Deserve to be put in a pit of vipers. Deserve hot pokers to the genitals. Deserve a good beat down. Deserve hang on. Deserve. Oh, I've made a little error here. Deserve to be tickled to death with a feather duster. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Exactly. This is what they deserve. Deserve stoned to death with small pebbles. Just small ones. Takes them longer. You see. Deserve to have their nasal hair pulled out with tweezers. That's not pleasant. People for a good beat down. Exactly. So what I've done is we have a those people deck. We have a deserve deck. We have a however deck, and we have a we swear deck. Or I might change that to just swear deck. And what you do, so here's the those people deck. What you do is it's those, and then you use your swear word. So it might be those people who never take life seriously. That's a little dig at me, actually. Those people who always take life too seriously. Got to counterbalance it. Obviously, these will be shuffled up. Those people who shorten your name. I don't know if people do, or lengthen your name, actually. Because mine's Ken, Kenny, or Kenneth. You know, people seem to take liberties. Those people who put jam first on their cream, then cream on their scone. Those people who put jam first and then cream on their scone. And Jonathan lives in Devon, Cornwall, somewhere down there. That's a hot topic in those parts. This is a personal bugbear of mine. Those people who walk into the room and say, it's freezing in here, when you're absolutely fine, but they still expect you to agree. Have you ever had that? Where people go, oh, it's chilly in here, it's freezing in here. And you go, no, it's not. And then they go, yeah, no, it is. And it's like, I'm not arguing this with you. I genuinely don't feel like it's cold. You do. That's fine. We're different people. Yes, Jonathan lives in Somerset, as I said. It's down there. Those people who walk into a room and say it's boiling in here when you're absolutely fine with it, spill it, except to agree. Yeah, I got a lot of cards to fill. I'm sure that's never happened to me. Okay. Okay, Sally. Always found that the order of topping makes more delicious scones with Earl Grey. I probably agree with you there, Leland. Yes, there we go. My wife walks in from work and says it's boiling in here and opens a window. Well, I'm perfectly comfortable. Thank you. Yes, Jonathan, vindication. Maybe that's a gender thing. Maybe I can stoke the division in gender. What else have we got? I've had to think of 100 of these. This is just the prototypes. I've done 100 of each card. Those people who break the speed limit in a build-up area. Yeah. Those people who chew their food with their mouth open in public. So what you do is, a player, if you're the active ranter, you take 3 those people cards, and then you choose which one you're gonna play. So some of them you might resonate with more than others, so that's why you get a choice. Discard the other 2. Then you just say, she's of an age. Yeah, exactly. We all know. We all know what you mean. Yeah. Ooh, that's tickled me. So then what they do is the active ranter will read out of those people. So it'll be those who don't hold the door open for you. Okay? Ooh, that gets me goat. So that's going to be the one. And then the other players, they have 3 deserve cards, 3 however cards, and 3 swear cards. You have to play a deserve and a however card, but you may choose to do the swear card, because some people might not want to do a swear card. However, you do get a point if you play a swear card. So, in the deserve pile, as I say, there's mild, stern, extreme, 1, 2 and 3 points, and also in the however deck, mild, stern, and extreme, 1, 2, and 3 points. But you won't necessarily know what you're getting, so you might get all 3 mild, you might get a mixture, you might get 2 extremes, 1 mild, etc., etc. I think what we're going to do is we're going to have less extremes in there because they are worth more points. Because otherwise people would just play the extremes all the time. And then what you do is, when everybody's chosen their cards, they will then read them out. So it would be those people who... those people who don't hold the door open for you deserve a hump back. You can interpret that any way you want, really. And then you would also then have a however, and it could be however. I'm sure they don't mean it really. Yeah, just to take the edge off. However, let's hope a zebra can change their stripes. These are mild ones, obviously. However, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Thought I'd put a few surreal ones in there. So that is basically the game, and you play 10 rounds, and then the winning... So say yours won, so then the right ranter chooses which one they win. They keep the winning hand as the scoring, and they keep it face down, so nobody knows how many points everybody's got. You do 10 rounds, and then basically, whoever's got the most points can up all the points. Whoever's got the most points wins. And again, you can play fast and loose with how many rounds you want. You might get bored after five rounds, or you might want to carry on for more. So there we go. So that is those people. And UK Games, looking forward to UK Games, because, yeah, I just am. I do have some breaking news, but I can't tell you yet. It's very exciting, and it is connected with board games, and it is connected with the UK Games. So I am going to go to UK Games. So if you are at the UK Games, I'm going to get there Thursday, and then I'm going to leave on the Sunday. Come and find me, or let me know you're going to be there, and then we can can have a little chat, whatever. Go for coffee, maybe play some games after the convention in the evenings. I know Jonathan's going to be there, obviously, which is fantastic. So definitely want to meet up with Jonathan. And what else was I going to say? Yes, the other thing they do is the I don't know what, the invitations are open. I don't know. The gates are open. The time slot is open. If you are a board game, card game designer, tabletop designer, we could go for Jeopardy and cocktails together. Yay! Whoo, mama. Did I drive home? I think I drove home off. Did I have one? I don't think I had one. I don't think I had one because I had to drive. That was good fun last time, wasn't it? That was excellent. Yeah. Yeah, I was there on behalf of Lone Wolf Game Books. The enemies. No, they're not. They're lovely people. Lovely, lovely people. I don't think you did. Yeah, Gavin did. Yeah, you lot got a bit smashed. I was quite jealous. It's probably good that I didn't drink because I'm an awful drunk. I start swearing at people and smashing things up and getting into fights. Come on, you want it? Come on. No. I normally fall asleep when I'm drunk. I did fall asleep once in my curry at a restaurant. I got so drunk because we've been drinking in the afternoon, and by the time we went out, I was so drunk I just fell asleep in my curry. And then I woke up and went, hey, okay, let's go. And then just finished my curry, had another pint, and we're good to go. Those were the days when I was young and I could get away with it. Those days are long gone, I think. So, yes, what I was saying is, most people think you're drunk anyway when you're just being you. That is true. That is very true. I know, I get drunk on the highs of life. On the highs of life, Sally. Oh, I've got an itchy back. Scratch me back for me, Grog. Oh, that's it. Yeah, lovely. Yes, UK Games Expo. So now, if you are a tabletop designer, game designer, you can do speed dating with a publisher. Yes, what you do is you apply, go to UK Games. I don't know why I'm telling you this because it's competition for me. And you can apply to do speed dating. Not quite dodgy as it sounds. Because what you're doing is you're pitching. It's pitch dating. It's speed pitching. It's pitch dating. It's pitch and putt. It's basically talking to publishers. So what you do is you apply. So you say what games you've got. I think you can put multiple games in. Because Kedrick did it last time and he had a few interest on 2 or 3 games. And so, yeah. And then the publishers, they get a list of all the games that have been submitted, and then they vote, I think, on the top 10. Well, they vote on which ones they want to see. I think they rank them. I'm not quite sure how the voting works, but I think there's 10 games or 10 people that will get to pitch their games to the publishers. And I'm not sure if you go around every publisher, because I don't think every publisher will be interested in all of them. I think you might be told which ones you go to see. Kedrick's done the process before. I haven't. He sort of roughly told me about it. And then hopefully, if they want to take it further, and you literally have about 3-4 minutes, and if you want to take it further, you then what do you do? Yeah, then they can say, yeah, actually, we'd like to play test this. Let's arrange a time to play test it. To demo it. So basically you will then arrange a time, and then you'd obviously meet up with them, and then you'd play a game, and then they might say, can we keep the prototype? Or they might sign it there and then. It just depends, So that's very exciting. So I've got 2 games that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be applying with Guildlands, which is the game that Kedrick and I created. And, we've got the prototype out already. I really don't know if I can go into the history of this. But anyway, we've had a little bit of success with this already, but I can't really tell you. I think I've told you already, but I don't know. And so we've got a prototype, so we're going to put that back into the mix. And also, I have... Oh, yeah, and those people. That is also what I'm going to be doing. So what I want to do is get the prototype up and running. I can't show you these swears. If you've ever sat down to write 100 swear words, give it a go. It's good for your soul. It really is. Yeah, so I'm going to print all these out. Those people... They're very simple cards at the moment, I don't think they need to be fancy cards or designed too much. But anyway, that would be a publisher's decision to make. So I'm going to put Guildlands. I'm going to put those people. So there's a good mixture of games there. And then Kedrick is also going to put a game that we've co-designed together, which is called Titanic Heist of the High Seas. Titanic Heist of the High Seas. So... I'm going to bring this prototype so that he can show that to them. And also, what else? Oh, and he's got one of his own games as well, so that he's just worked on himself. So we've got 2 games that we co-worked on, and then 1 game each. They sound great. Thank you very much. Oh, that's the postman. I know, we do get mail in the dungeon, don't we, Grocklesnook? Yeah. It's normally letters of abuse. People that just curse us. They're just jealous. That's what it is. Thank you, Jonathan. Yes, thank you. So, so that's good news. Excited about that. There's no guarantee that we'll get picked. However, we feel like we've got a strong chance. You don't try. If you don't try, you don't know. And also, I'll bring them. I'm going to bring them anyway, because you never know. You might get talking to a publisher. You might go, yeah, look, I've got this, I've got that. Do you want to have a look at it? Grocklesnook fetch them out. I know. I'm still training him to do that. He's not having it. He just looks at it and goes, yeah, what is it? So that's that. My murder mystery game board game is that's not quite ready yet. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Yeah, so I'm making the prototype because I'm going to be playtesting it over the next couple of weeks with fellow actors at the Murder Mystery. And then I'm pretty sure I've got the rules and everything down now because I've play tested it before about 3 or 4 times. So we've tweaked it. I've tweaked it. I've got it to a good stage. I don't think the rules are going to change much now after that. It is now just, do people like it? Is it funny? And then the finer detail. So if a publisher likes it, then the finer detail will be going through them, every single one, to say, is that funny? Does that make sense? What are you trying to say there? Because, one person trying to come up with, I think I'll need 1,000 cards. So one person trying to come up with that might be too much for me. We shall see. But there we go. Yes, so that's very exciting. And then my Murder Mystery board game is coming on. That's been a real head mess because writing a murder mystery, it can be fairly difficult as it is, although I found it relatively simple. And the first case, I didn't want to make it overly difficult for people to solve because I want them to enjoy it. So, and sort of learn the mechanics of the game, really. So it's almost like a tutorial, but it's not. It's still some twists and turns in there. But what the difficulty I found was then, okay, how do you get that story onto the cards? So I've got clues, I've got forensics, I've got detection power cards, I've got hunch cards, there's personal objective cards. So I've got hint cards, and then I've got, I think, something like 13 or 14 witnesses that you can question. So the actual murder mystery information, that story of who murdered who and why, and all of that, and who's got a grudge against who, and who might be blackmailing who, and all of that needs to be put into the cards. Because when you go around, you flip you go into a new room, and it will say things like, in this room there are these witnesses, move them to this room, okay, and then you can question them. So so it's kind of basically, the only way I could do it in my head was actually to create the prototype as I went along, if that makes sense. Try this one. Deserve to be jumped on like a trampoline by a polar bear on cocaine. Yes, I like that. That is very good. Weirdly enough, the deserve to be category is not weirdly enough, but is very easy to come up with. The those people category, very easy to come up with, as I found. What is difficult to come up with is the however category. So it's like, because you're sort of saying, however, they're nice people, they didn't really mean it, or however, they'll learn the error of their ways. However, it's like, however, I'm in a good mood, so it doesn't really affect me. That's the tricky one that I sort of really had to struggle. I did manage to write I've written 100 so far, but it's a struggle. That one is definitely a struggle. So I may need someone else to help me with those. Yeah, but there you go. But it's all just prototype at the moment, because unless, I'm only going to write 100 of each cards. Unless the game gets picked up, then I'm not gonna do 1,000 cards if the game isn't going to get picked up. I'll worry about that when it gets signed. So there we go. So yeah, so that is and so I've been working on the board game. I've also been working on the prototype. And yeah, and then I've got the other projects sitting in my head. We touched on it. We did talk about it. It was kind of the main topic last weekend, about feeling a bit down about my projects, which I know it wasn't necessarily a cheery watch, and I do apologise for that. But I do want to be honest about creativity. It's not all just, yeah, great, look, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. There's frustrations in there. And Jonathan, anyone that's creative, Martha's actually at a crime convention. So hello, Martha. Hopefully you're having a lovely time meeting all the crime authors. I think it's her 9th in a row now, so that's fantastic. Anyone that does creativity, Jam, anyone, you will reach frustrations. You can't get away with that. But that's just part of the process. The thing that I keep in my head is it's fleeting. Being frustrated with your creativity is fleeting. And so I know it passes, but when it hits you, I kind of live it, and I go, yeah, and then I get it out of my system. so you know it passes, and you just have to go, yeah, it's gonna happen, and these creative projects will take off. What I was getting down about was just the time it takes for it all to get done, because I've got plans and it's fitting those plans into the time that I have done, and maybe my plans are too ambitious. I want to do a Kickstarter in October. Maybe that's too ambitious. A game book Kickstarter. But in my head, I want to get it all written. I want to get all the illustrations done, and then so I can just send it to them. But you don't have to do that. Jonathan does it a different way, where he kind of, I guess, plans it all out and kind of knows what he's doing, and then he writes it afterwards. And I know that brings its own frustrations, because then you might feel the pressure of like, right, I've got the money now, and I need to write this, and there's that pressure there, and you've got other stuff going on, so I can get that side of it. Maybe I'm putting too much pressure on me to get it done before I launch the Kickstarter. So what I'm going to do is, my plan is I've planned out the game book for about 100 pages, 100 entries, and then I'm going to write up a sample of the game book, because I've got my book festival in May. And so what I thought would be really cool is that I would have leaflets, or the sample, and then a link to my Edra Tales Kickstarter page to say, yep, sign up, and then you'll know when we go live, all of that. So it'd be a sample of that, just to get people interested, because again, one of my big frustrations is the marketing. How do you get people to know that you exist? So that is going to be interesting. What else was I going to say? So that's the plan, and also to launch, and also to advertise my campaign of Boys to Read, to try and encourage boys to read, and be writing books that boys want to read, and also girls. Obviously, it's not clear cut, but there is evidence to suggest that boys don't read as much as girls, and why is that? And a lot of the time it is because they haven't found the book that's right for them. And I remember as a kid, and there's still books out there now, short story collections, stories for boys age 6, stories for boys age 12, stories for girls age 12. So it's not a sexist thing. It's just that naturally boys tend to like stuff and girls tend to like other stuff. But there is a crossover. Of course there is. It's nuanced. Nothing is ever black and white, clear cut as that. So that's kind of what I also want to launch as well. That's going to be in October. And I thought it'd be nice October, because my son, his birthday is in October. He was born in October. So it's kind of perfect. It's kind of a personal thing as well. So there we are. So that's kind of basically what I've been up to. We did do part 6 of Curse Breaker, the live stream on a Wednesday at 6:30. And we did it! We beat the Evil Queen. Oh, spoilers. I have put them all up on YouTube, so if you want to go to Edra Tales YouTube channel, we can. When's my son's birthday? My son's birthday, now you're testing me. No, it's the 15th. 15th of October. He'll be 26 this year. 26. It's crazy. Crazy talk. So there we are. So, in the merry month of May, doth the flowers of hope and possibly bloom with the walking warmth of spring. Courage, Ken, you'll be all right. Oh, thank you, Leerin. You guys are the best. Oh, yours is the 12th. You won't be 26. No, in your heart, you're 26. In fact, in my heart, I'm 25. 25 seems to be boom. All right, 12th, fantastic. Well, October, pretty much all my family are born in October apart from my mum. So my brother's born in October, my son's born in October, my brother's fiance is born in October. Who else? My dad, did I mention my dad? My brother, my dad, my son, my brother's fiance. I haven't got a massive family actually, so so a lot of my immediate family are born in October. You would have thought I planned for it. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to have to cut it short. I'm going to have to, be on time actually. I normally say 45 minutes. Normally it's expand into an hour. However, I do have to go and meet the guy that's dropping off my car, my hire car. If you ever want to hire a car, Humble Hire. Check them out, Humble Hire. They drop the car to you. They're very friendly. It's brilliant. I've not met them yet, but so far the service has been brilliant. So Humble Hire. Yeah, hopefully they'll be here. They're here at 11 o'clock, and then I've got to go off and do a murder mystery. So there we are. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. This helps me keep on track with my creativity. It helps you sometimes give me ideas, which is fantastic, although I will deny that you've given me those ideas, obviously. And yes, what we'll do is we need to talk about which game book we're going to be playing. So I do need to put a poll up, so I'll probably put that up on Sunday. It will probably have to be one that I've already got, because I probably won't be able to buy the new one just yet. So there we go. We'll sort that out. Anyway, yes, thank you very much, Lee Rin. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, I was going to say Martha, but thank you, Martha. You probably watch this on playback. Thank you. Who else? I think that's everybody. Thank you, everybody. If I missed you out, I'm really, really sorry. Until next time, magic be with you always. Yeah, to a showstopper. Yeah, oh, thank you. Yes. Really appreciate it. Take care.